Welcome to Ramblings with Joe. I had a good day yesterday. I'm going to have a good day today. I'm fond of saying that. I'm a very positive person. I tend to be over positive at times. It's bitten me in the butt a few times, but in general, I'm a happy guy. I enjoy my life. I enjoy my job. I enjoy my family. The wife is the highlight of every day. Every time I come home, there's a little part of me that's still surprised that she's with me. And I find much joy in that. There is nothing in this world more important than family. I believe the saying, the motto is God, family, country. There's a lot of people that rearrange those, put family first or country first, but the things that we control, the areas of our lives that we have direct impact on, and the most impact, the most influence on, our family. And oftentimes I think we forget that and we start taking them for granted. Today's the day that Em is supposed to have coffee with me, but she's just coming out of a migraine fog, and there's a chance that coffee could be a trigger for another migraine, so we're skipping the coffee for her this morning. I think that's a good idea. It's a little bit regretful because there is a certain ritual involved with two people drinking coffee that's not involved with one person drinking coffee. And I think it might have to do with the caffeine in the coffee and how it impacts the two people as they consume the coffee. I'm not sure what it is. And maybe it's just being together and doing something that you're both doing. I don't know. But I miss it. And I hope one day, not too far into the distant future, that we can start having coffee on the regular together again. I mean, I suppose we could do decaf, but what an atrocious thought. What a travesty that would be. What would be the point? I mean, nah, I'm not going to do decaf. Anyway, it's family. That's what it's about. We're coming up on July 4th. In America, we celebrate Independence Day on July 4th. The country that we declared independence from is now one of our closest allies, and I've been seeing them in the news a lot lately. And a certain rap singer who's no longer invited to America was being very ugly. Anyway, positive. Trying to stay positive. That's what I'm doing this morning. On the topic of marriage, I had no idea that I would find this level of contentment in my life. I had, prior to meeting my wife, I had accepted the idea that I would just be alone. And I was okay with that because, like I said, I'm a happy guy. I get along with just about everybody, and I do enjoy my own company, maybe a bit too much. I mean, I'm sitting here talking to a camera with, 2 viewers? It was a pleasant surprise And you don't even realize it until you look back on it. You don't even realize the blessing that you're going through in the adventure that we call life. You don't even realize that the impact that another person can have on you during your life. We moved around quite a bit early on. There were some tumultuous times, but as we came toward the stability of the middle part of our marriage, it became obvious to us both that this was a permanent attachment to each other, and that we didn't want to be anywhere but where we were. We still have arguments. We still have fights. We had fights early on, but that's what the commitment was all about early on. When you say, I do, and you mean it, and you're angry at each other, well, you carry through. You move forward. You look toward the other side of every argument that you have. And that's what we did. It's what we did, sort of, and it's what we do for sure now. When I find myself being extremely angry, and it happens because when you love someone to the extremes that you do in a relationship, that can lead to extreme anger also. It's just part of the human condition, I think. But there are times when I just pipe the hell down. I don't express that anger because I know it is inappropriate and it's misplaced. So I get control of it and I hang on to it and I take it out of, I get it out of myself in other ways. I'll meditate or do yoga, whatever. Do yoga. I have to do yoga this morning. It has become something that I rely on, knowing that she's always there. And I'm very fond of saying we, and pointing out when one or the other of us starts talking about ourselves that actually it's a we thing. It's a us thing. And I am so blessed to have Em in my life. And like I said, sometimes I'm surprised she's still around. Hello, Raja. And we do things, when you're in a relationship, you find out things that you're willing to do that you wouldn't do otherwise. For instance, we have cats, and I've never considered myself a cat person, but my significant other is definitely a cat person, and I love her enough to let her have her cats, and I become attached to them. As with any pet in your family, you become attached to them as well. So, I don't know. I think that's about all I got this morning. Family. That's where we should be centering our lives around. God, family, country. Yeah. It's Wednesday. Can't call it hump day because really everybody's off on Friday. Almost everybody. I don't understand that. I was talking to one of my customers yesterday, and he said he's not off on Friday. Super nice guy. Great guy, Mr. Jones. And, I'd be all right with a lot of these stores closing their doors on the holidays. I'd be all right with a lot of these businesses closing their doors on the holiday. I understand that we need some things to be open. 4th of July, Independence Day, especially emergency rooms. I've fallen away from not shopping on Sunday. I think I'm going to go back to that. For a while there, I was not shopping on Sunday because I think just about everything should be closed on Sunday. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but and it's not even a religious thing. It is a family thing. I think if every store was closed on Sunday, if every restaurant was closed on Sunday, I think that might force us to, force is the wrong word, it might encourage us to spend more time with our family, to touch base with our family. Man, one of the biggest treats in my life as a young adult, after I had left home, every Sunday there was a gathering at my parents' house. It was phenomenal. Not didn't go every Sunday, but there was always a gathering there. Mom and Dad always had all their kids. They had 6 kids. My 5 brothers and sisters, we would always kind of show up there, the ones that were local. I miss that. Every Sunday, I knew that was there. There wasn't a phone call that you had to make to find out, hey, can I come over? It was just, we're showing up. It's Sunday. Who's there? I miss that. I miss that a lot. Also, that doesn't happen a lot. We're having family down this weekend because of the holiday and the time, and we haven't seen them in a while. But the distance that we put between ourselves and our family, and our extended family now, is one of the things about a expanding country and a country that has mobility to the extent that ours does, is the inability for family members to touch base on a regular, weekly, if not bi-weekly basis. I miss that. That's something that I think a lot of people are going to miss. And it was good memories. I miss that. I wish that the kids lived closer so that we could have that here, but they don't, so we will persevere. I hope you have a fantastic Wednesday. I hope you're off on Friday. I hope someday that we just close all the stores on Sunday and holidays. Those people need days off as well. Those people need to touch base with their families as well. Anyway, I hope you find peace, love, and dream. Until next time, later.